The sun is just beginning to peek over the canopy of sleepy forest, casting a warm, golden glow through the trees. It's the kind of crisp, quiet morning where the only sound is the rustle of leaves. Munchie the raccoon is already on the move. While most of his neighbors are still tucked away, Munchie is driven by a singular, unyielding focus, a deep-seated love for a perfect, cheesy pizza. But today, he isn't just looking for a snack. It's his very first day on the job, and as he nears his destination, his confidence is replaced by a flutter of first-day jitters. He stops at the entrance of Mia and Marcello's Pizzatopia. Inside, the team is already in motion. Marcello, a fast-talking frog with a twitching mustache, and Mia, a statuesque greyhound wearing a purple hairnet. Munchie takes a breath and steps through the door. The quiet of the forest is instantly replaced by the roar of the wood-fired oven and the sharp, savory scent of rising dough. Mia doesn't waste any time. She guides Munchie to the long worktop, showing him how to use the bottom of a ladle to swirl rich tomato sauce across the circular dough, leaving just enough room for a perfect crust. Then she reveals the shop's specialty. She reaches into a bucket for chunks of moon cheese, a rare, glowing ingredient that gives the pizza luna its otherworldly flavor. Every pizza luna follows a strict logic. First, a consistent swirl of sauce. Second, a balanced spacing of the moon cheese to ensure a gooey melt. And finally, a timed encounter with the heat of the wood fire. Munchie heaves a heavy wooden board under the dough. He balances the weight with both hands, shuffling toward the oven before tossing the pizza inside with a satisfying, muffled thud. Minutes later, the dough has transformed. The crust is charred and crisp, and the moon cheese has bubbled into a shimmering golden layer that fills the kitchen with a sweet, heavy aroma. The midday rush eventually fades, leaving the kitchen in a rare moment of stillness. That silence is broken by the sharp, persistent ring of the telephone at the front counter. With Mia and Marcello busy in the back, Munchie has to handle the receiver himself. He clears his throat, adjusts his apron, and answers with his brightest, most professional voice. A familiar, slow drawl answers back. It's Slow-Mo the sloth, calling from his home deep in the forest. Slow-Mo wants a large pizza with extra cheese, but there's a catch. At his usual pace, it would take him hours to reach the shop, so the order has to be delivered directly to his tree. Munchie scribbles down the details and hangs up the phone. He stands a little straighter as he brings the order slip back to the kitchen, ready for his next task. To get the pizza to Slow-Mo while it's still hot, Marcello pulls out a red and white striped helmet and gestures toward the shop's moped, the Pizzamobile. Munchie kicks the ignition to life and takes off. He weaves between the ancient oaks, racing over wooden bridges and through the puddles. He navigates the winding paths without a single wrong turn, pulling the vibrating scooter to a stop right at the base of Slow-Mo's tree. The sloth slowly makes his way down the trunk. Munchie unzips the delivery bag and presents the box, the steam from the fresh cheese rising into the cool forest air. With the delivery complete, Munchie doesn't wait around. He hops back on the moped and zooms back toward the shop, the forest floor blurring beneath his wheels. By the time Munchie returns to Pizzatopia, the sun is beginning its final descent. The ovens are cooling down, and the frantic pace of the workday has softened into a quiet evening hum. Mia and Marcello are already sitting at the counter. They look up as he enters, offering a nod of genuine approval for a job well done. They pull up a stool for him and open a final, steaming pizza box. For the first time all day, Munchie isn't the one cooking or delivering. He's the one finally taking a bite. He walks home as the shadows stretch long across the forest floor. The raccoon who was so nervous that morning now moves with a steady, confident rhythm. The forest looks exactly as it did when he woke up, but as Munchie heads back to his den, the path doesn't feel quite as long as it used to.